Hey, good afternoon. It's Friday, August 2nd, and we're going to solve today's New York Times crossword puzzle together as a team. Unity, solidarity, terrific. Today's puzzle was constructed by Kate Chin Park, whose name I do not recognize. But it's Friday, so we expect a challenging, themeless puzzle. Let's see what's going on here. We've got Vale Dance Festival tonight, International Evenings of Dance Part 1. So I'm headed back into work shortly for some dance. Also getting ready to move out of my apartment for a few weeks, which is just turning into like the biggest pain ever. I can't even. Met with some of the contractors today, and boy, what a pain. So, hoping I can squeeze in today's live solve and then maybe even another one tomorrow because starting Sunday I'll be on a bit of a hiatus for a few weeks, and yeah, it is what it is. So, hoping for the best. Anyways, it's Friday. Let's solve a puzzle. Hope your week has gone well, and hope you've got some fun stuff teed up for the weekend. It's super hot here in the mountains. Like by our standards, it's probably like 85, so mild compared to most of the country, but quite hot here in the high Rockies. Anyways, let's do a puzzle. Carrier letters. Well, that could be like UPS or DHL, right? Stuff of substance. Uh, hmm? Phrase in a round of bidding. Do I hear 0%? Like no interest? No. Instigate or initiate as a campaign. Novel idea. Stanley Tucci's character in The Devil Wears Prada. Great movie. Stanley Tucci is awesome. I certainly don't recall his name though. Half of a train. Is that like a choo choo? I'm hoping. Gold is the color for un campeón, uh, champion's color. I'll take the blame. Like it's on me, maybe. Like some curries and currants. Curries and currants. Flattest state in the United States. Interesting. One of the Dakotas, perhaps? They might be booked for getaways. They might be booked for getaways. Gradual diminutions. 40 winks. What is this bracketed qualification? 40 winks. Acted like a maverick. Is that like went rogue? Maybe. Run down. Like chase after, or is it run down like dilapidated? I don't know. Server's question after a drink order. Uh, server's question after a drink order. On the rocks? No. 6 days. Something thou labor. Whilst thou labor? No, because this would be like psyops, right? Psyops. 6 days. Starting line. Like once upon a time, dressed down, like scold. Ring true. Oof. John Steinbeck's hometown. Like Yonkers. Like what's a absorb? Like sop. Part of a violin quartet. What's the matter? What's the use? What's the difference? What's the damage? None of those fit. Constellation named for an instrument. Is that lira? For real. Legit. Legit. Be licit, legal, licit, legal. Preference for long-legged types, maybe. Hmm. This and that. What is this? Page layout option. Is it letter? Like letter format? This and that would be these. Perfect romantic evening. So letter. Nathan something. Trickles, like oozes or seeps. Seeps, maybe. Something made for a dinner. Ugh. So kind of quick, but yuck. Did not make much progress here. Looks like Kate Chin Park is going to make us work for it today. Take off as a cap. Unscrew. That's a good one because you're thinking about a cap, like take it off. Carrier letters looks like UPS maybe. In your face. UPS used for support. Is it UPS? Carrier letters. Used for support. Stood on. Okay. A vague amount, like any, maybe. Novel ideas, a story, something. In your face. In your face. 0%. No. Not one bit. So what is this? In your face pot hole? Red curry, red currant, pot. What? In your face? Oh, wait. USS. So there. Oh, God. Gradual diminutions would be erosions. I mean, I hate that. And carrier UPS versus USS. 10-digit number is a telephone number. Adornment for a kimono is an obi, which is the sash or belt, I think, right? Stuff of substance, atoms. Mini fridges, mini donuts, atoms, decides to leave, stets like an editor. All right, so we're making some progress here. Testament to human nature. Fair enough. Add to. Like chime in? No. Look upon with disdain, like sneer at? Maybe. Hard letters. Hard letters. Bracketed qualification. Sick? Another editor thing? What is this? Might be booked for getaways. Sort of a football drive is 1st and 10. Getting near football season here. Drum machine creation is a loop. I'd say it must be Florida. Islam's Jabril. Is that an angel? Seems like. Plant with bugs, maybe. Classic poem whose subject is a black ocean leaping and wide. Classic poem. Really? Is that like super? Oh, is Pepsi okay? Wow, that's a fun one. Because no, it's not okay. Really is super. Estee Lauder. Ray, Issa Rae of American Fiction. I like American Fiction very much. Thought it was quite good. Dismissal, informally. Contends. Argues. What? Contends. Oops. Long break between classes. Long break between classes. Developed through experimentation. Cancels out. Language group of Southeast Asia. Ugh. Lots and lots. Is that like acres maybe? Flag is to tire. Alt tab. Make out, like eek. Once around is a lap. Letters on a first responder, EMS, emergency medical services. So not too terrible, but man, we got some pretty big wide open spaces here that are gonna need a little more. Phrase in a round of bidding. A round of bidding. Oh, I pass, like in bridge. Initiate as a campaign, like launch. Campaign. Stanley Tucci's character, man, I'm never gonna think of that. What is it? Card letters. Card letters. SOS, SMS. They might be booked for getaways. They might be booked for getaways. It feels like it would end in an S, right? Plant with bugs. Oh, a spy. Might be booked for getaways. 40 winks is a catnap. Rundown is rusty. Rundown. 6 days blank thou labor. Starting line. Let's begin. Dress down is, could be like yell at. What else could it be besides psyops? Black ops. Dress down. Ring true, resonate. John Steinbeck's hometown. I'm gonna say this is wrong. I'm gonna say this is yell at. John Steinbeck's hometown. Aeonia. I mean, it's got to be a pretty well-known place, right? Absorb is eat. Part of a violin quartet. What's the verdict? Preference for long-legged types, maybe. Perfect romantic evening. A dream. Oh boy, so I've got a lot of stuff going wrong here. Dream date. Make out. Right? Lots and lots of scads. Preference for long-legged types, maybe. Aisle. Long-legged types. Air. Make out. Like, what is this? See? Oh, like make out the point of something. Nathan something. Something made for a dinner. Something made for a dinner. Testament to human nature. I'm not a robot. Fair enough. Point taken. Add to. So this is ratty, right? Sitters, add to augment. There we go. Mount a campaign and Nigel. Oh, card letters like the St. Louis Cardinals. Classic poem whose subject is a black ocean leaping and wide. Still I rise. Lead into ops. Sys ops. 6 days shalt thou labor. Dismissal. Heave ho. Shalt. Contends, alleges. Long break between classes is a gap year. Developed through experimentation. Iterate. Cancels out, negates, Salinas, and Isle Seat. Boom, boom. Let's admire our puzzle. Man. I felt like I was really hung up there up until, honestly, that last down pass. And then it just all kind of came together. So USS, not UPS. I had a tough time with that one. And also just, it doesn't really it's a weird tone to set at 1A, I feel like. I don't know. Atoms are the stuff of substance. Sure, it's sort of wordplay, but also very literal. I pass. Not one bit is 0%. Mount a campaign. Storyline is a novel idea. That's pretty good. Nigel is Stanley Tucci's character, obviously. Nigel, jeez. Choo choo. Choo choo choose me. It's on me. I'll take the blame. Red curries, red currants. Florida is a flat place. You book a sitter for a getaway, sure. Erosions are gradual diminutions. Catnap went rogue. I kind of like that. Acted like a maverick. I also really like the movie Maverick, starring Mel Gibson. Very underrated. Kind of disappeared. It's probably 30 years old this year or so. Yeah, Maverick was always going rogue. Let me tell you. Ratty is rundown. Oh, is Pepsi okay? It took me a minute to figure out what those words said. Is Pepsi okay? Shalt. 6 days, shalt thou labor. Sounds like a normal work week. 6 days of labor? What's the problem? Let's begin. Starting line, yell at, resonate. Salinas, of course, is where John Steinbeck grew up. Salinas, Texas, Oklahoma. Who knows? Who could say? Eat, absorb, peg is part of a violin quartet. It's funny because I was thinking about like the actual anatomy of a violin and well, it's not strings. Anyways, pegs. What's the verdict? Lyra, legit. Aisle seat is a preference for long-legged types, maybe. So what? Like you're putting your legs in the aisle? That seems like trouble waiting to happen. These dream date. What a night. Nathan Rosen, of course, is the physicist who did some things with someone else. Trickles, res. That's something made for a dinner for short. Don't love it. Unscrew. So there. Stood on. Any tell obi mini stats. I'm not a robot. I like the fill is okay, but I like the way it's clued. Testament to human nature. I think that's pretty good. Point taken. Augment. Sneer at. So there. Stood on. Sneer at. Heave ho. I don't know. A lot of 5 letters and 2 letters for an answer. STL cards. I went to a game at Busch Stadium once a long time ago. Cool story. Playoff game, in fact. Oro is a color for Campione. Sick is the bracketed qualification. 1st and 10 got me very excited about football season. Loop, Angel, Jabril, okay. Spy, Still I Rise. Is that Maya Angelou? I don't know. Super, Estee Lauder, Issere, Sissops, Heave-ho, alleges, gap year. Sounds wonderful right now. Iterate, negates, tie. All right. Scads, tire, LSD, LTR, CLAP, EMS. So, I don't know. On closer inspection, there's a lot I didn't love here, but nothing too egregious. And overall, we got a sub 15-minute Friday solve with some interesting fills, some interesting clues. Can't complain. It's fine. That's all. That's all. I got to get to work. It's 2:30. Jeez, I have so many things to do today. But yeah, click the like button. Then I know you liked it. That's always satisfying. Subscribe to the channel. That's like satisfying times a million. So do that. And most importantly, I hope you'll join me again next time for another live solve of the New York Times. Like I said, I'm going to try and make that tomorrow, but no promises. We'll see how today goes. But my goal and intention is to do a live solve tomorrow and then have that be the last one for a few weeks. So fingers crossed that the gods cooperate with us. Anyways, thanks for joining me. Join me again next time. Have a great weekend. Talk to you soon. Bye.